Welcome to Let's Create 3. As you noticed, I've built the tree up. I've used the same technique I use at the bottom on the upper branches. Just want to give it the look of an oak tree. This is a facsimile. I'm not trying to emulate it perfectly because that has thousands upon thousands of branches and individual leaves. No way am I going to do that. So we want the stretch tool so that I can do this, stretch this out. You'll see what I'm doing. Right, so we've done a branch. I'll just turn that down a little bit more. Right. What I'm going to show you is the clone tool. Live cloning. Slightly different from the clone tool. It's called live cloning. There are certain things you need to make sure you do. So, first things first, we'll build something. So we'll put that there. We'll turn it a little bit there. I'll use about 5 different pieces and I'll move them afterwards. I'll go upwards as well. Go downwards maybe. Maybe that'll do. Right, I've got 5 pieces. So make the first one the thickness there. Now we'll go in and we'll shrink this one a bit. Just a little bit. Move it in place. Like that. Now we'll take this one. Turn that a little bit, shrink that down a little bit more. No, up a little bit. And do that one next. Put that one in there. Yeah, I think that would go a little bigger. Just a fraction. Do the same with this one. Again. Shrink it down. I think that's about right. Keep turning it a little bit just so that it varies it. It's a little bit too much, I think. Maybe I should actually do a little bit up as well, just so that when I turn it they don't look identical. And that's that there like that. Just bring that out a bit. How's that looking? Is that maybe, yeah, but I'll just take this one and bend it a fraction more. Just do that. Yep, that's handy. Just move that fraction, just a fraction there. And we take this one and we stick it on the end. I think that's going to be long enough. I might need to make it a little bit longer, but I'll just check first. It doesn't matter so much about the top branches because you're not going to be able to see much of them. They're covered by the canopy. But you want to get it roughly right. Give a decent impression. Right, so I'll show you live cloning. Right, so you've got that there. You've not really put any detail into it yet, but it's a good way just to check to make sure everything is fine. I think that'll do. Yeah, let's have a look. Get them more or less lined up. Yeah, just bring that one in a touch. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't go crazy. Just turn, just a fraction. Yep, I think that'll do. You get them all lined up roughly. Ooh, come on, that's no. See, I'm a bit finicky. I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to stuff like this. You get out of it, you little devil. I think that'll do. That'll do it, yeah. Right, so now we head to assembly mode, which is L1 and triangle and circle, sorry. Right, so I do this from muscle memory, which is why when I come to remember the controls I struggle. Right, so now that's one sculpt, right? It's separate in sculpt mode, but it's one sculpt in here. So you head over to your menu, to your tools, and you'll see this sheep. You tick the sheep, you'll see a sheep on the end of your thing, right? That needs to be ticked. Live cloning, right? So what you do, you want, how many have I got to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, now make sure you've got move on, otherwise you'll go cloning them again. Right, so now we move this over. I'm just showing you this because I'll work off camera. This is the same process. So now we shrink that down. And we get that joined on there. Right. I'll get this lined up like that. Me there. Will do. Yep. Nice. Nice. Take this one in, we'll have that one over there. We'll turn it over like that to give it a different orientation. We'll shrink that one down. Like that. Make sure it's in place. Right, let's just get closer to it here so I know what I'm doing. Right, so there. Just double check that way. Double check round there. Yeah. There. That's that one on. Yeah. I take this one for this one. Over here, angle it up. Turn it again, orientate it slightly different so it looks slightly different. Right. Yeah, this one will probably grow towards the sun. So that's about right. Right there. Get it into close here. Here. Get the branch on here. Turn it. Get it lined up. You little devil. You little devil. Right, let's try to get this. Right, we're there. We're there. We're there, folks. Right, that's that one done. Now you've got this one. We'll have that one going up in the middle, obviously. We'll get that lined up first. We'll try to get it close enough. Right. And we'll line that up. Shrink that down. Get this lined up. Make that. Yes, that's perfect. Just line it up a bit more there. Alright, that's that done. And we do this over here. Turn it around again. Do a bit of orange twisting. Like that, just to make it look slightly different. Shrink that down. Get that lined up. Right, so what I should have done, I suppose, and I probably can do it, to make it easier to work on. Let's have a look. We got it, right. It just makes it easier to work, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Oh, we've got a gap there. That'll do. Right, we've got our tree growing in little bits, but they need some more work. So go over to live clone, make sure your live clone's on, copy this, bring it over here, and I just want to make it sure it's easier to work with. So now we head back to sculpt mode, and we do what we did last time. I think, to be quite honest, they're a little bit thin. Oh, we'll try that. We'll try a circle instead. Let me try a circle this instead. It's just the joints, really, isn't it? So we'll get this on variegated. Go over here. Zoop into that. Now put it on stamp mode and put blend on. Little bit of blend, not much. Right. So we've got a blend on. Right, we'll just put a blend in there. Like that. And we'll put a blend in here. Just to make it a little bit. I'll just turn that a little bit. Right, hang on. Turn your little devil. That's about right, I think. I'll just blend it this side as well. there. Right. Now, what's all this about, you're thinking? What about the rest of the tree? What about the rest of the tree? You'll see. Yeah, I'm going to leave that little... Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to put this down and move that. Don't like them at all. Look knobbly. Don't let... It's knobbly in the wrong way. Not like in a good oak tree way. Yep, so we'll move one of these. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right. Centering the imp is important. It does get it up. It does get... Yeah, look, I'm miles out with that. So we'll put this in here. About the other one. Got another one there, have I? I have. Got two there, that's why. Right, see? Just gently hold it. So I can move it a fraction. And gently hold it. Just touch it. Gently. Yeah. And that one's a bit too pronounced too. So I'll gently hold it and move it a fraction in. I think we get in there. It's not perfect, but like I said, it doesn't really need to be perfect. No, I've moved the pole, haven't I? Right, so what you'll notice is as I was doing that, it was also doing these. Do you see? Do you see what I'm saying? Look. As I was making this, as I was adjusting that branch, it was adjusting all the branches because I live cloned. That's just to show you what I mean. If I take a square, make that negative, and I chop that branch in half, oh, you'll see that all the branches have got a bit missing. That's live cloning, folks. Think of that. Think how much easier it is. Now imagine you'd made loads of copies of a tree. Okay, so that's done. That's that. So that's that done. I could wait longer on that branch, and I probably will, so I'll leave that branch there for now. But you get the idea. I just wanted to show you live cloning. So I'll leave that there for the minute. And I will be finishing that off, adding branches. I'll probably be using a few flecks to add little branches, and then next time we'll be working on the canopy. Sorry for the sudden stop. The game decided to bug out while I was doing the last bit, and I wanted to show you one last thing. So this is a little trick that might come in handy at some point. Say you've made a grass and you want, like my valley, and I wanted little bits of tufts of long grass or shorter grass here and there. Well, this is something you can use. So if I turn it into grass, first thing to do, we'll paint it green just so you can see. Oops, no, delete you. Paint, wrong one, there you go. Right, so we'll get it green and we'll put green on that. We'll do all the gubbins. We'll loosen it up a bit, just a little bit. We'll add impasto to full max. We'll change the fleck to grass fleck, and we've got grass. It's all uniform length, right? But here's something you can do to make it a little bit longer. You go back to this mode and you go into the tools. You'll see this little thing here called Looseness. If you click on use Looseness and then you go to the menu, you've got Soft Blend and Looseness. This is how John did the edges and changed the edges to make them sharp compared to the inside. So we'll turn that up. Go into here. You've got to go into it first. Right, you'll see. Right, so go along here. Now what you'll notice now is that what I'm doing is I'm making sections of long grass. Look, different lengths of grass, a little stripe in the between. That's how you can do it. You can use a circle, obviously, which is probably the best bet to do it. Take a little patch of grass that's longer than the rest. So we'll do that. Did I scope in? Don't think I did. Right. And there you go. That's how you make little patches of grass that are longer than anywhere else. There you go. So I make patches of grass that are longer. Just thought you'd like to see that. You can play with that. A lot of fun playing with that, because if you put wave on it, for instance, let's say we put effects. If we put wave on it, because the shorter and longer grass, you can see the effect on the longer grass than you can on the shorter grass. And that simulates reality, doesn't it? I mean, the longer grass does get affected more. In reality, they are moving just as fast. It's just that because they're longer and the tops are longer, you see the whipping around effect more. But that's just another little tip I thought you'd like to see. Thanks for watching. Very well. Toodle pip, au revoir, and all that good stuff. See you, everyone.